Sonic the Hedgehog cannot swim, and in his games, there's plenty of water. So in today's video, I'll be finding out how fast you can touch water in every Sonic game. Now, before you guys get on me in the comment section asking why this video is practically a year late, just know, I forgot about it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I forgot about it. But today, we're finally doing the deluxe edition of how fast you can touch water in every Sonic game.
Alright, we got Sonic 1. Yo, Glowkaze asked me to play this game, and I'm just like, dude, I gotta play this game all the way up to Labyrinth Zone? Come on, bro. My drop dash isn't working that good either. Come on, yo, you really can't make me... You can't make me play mid. Sonic 1 is big mid, bro. I'm not the biggest fan of this game. I mean, Green Hills Peak, I even don't hate Marble Zone, but bro, just even the thought of going to Labyrinth Zone right now is a lot. But all right, let's keep going. All right, drop dash through, and I think we have made it to the boss. This boss is iconic. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I just got hit. No, don't die, bro. I do not want to play this game any longer than I have to, man. Chat, let me know if there's any Sonic 1 haters in here. I mean, it's not the worst game, obviously. I mean, for the 90s, it's pretty good. But I feel like this game, in terms of classic Sonic, did not age as well. But all right, he's gone. See you later. Let's continue. All right, next up is Marble Zone. This kind of separates the people that either love this game or hate this game. Personally, as someone who is not an enjoyer of this game, kind of like the CEO of hating on this game, I don't hate this level. I think it's all right. I think it dips off a little bit later on in the game, though. Like, bro, I'm trying to go fast, and I'm sitting here pushing this. Like, come on, bro. All right, first level isn't that bad. 1 minute and 20 seconds, not too much time. I hate these things, man. Okay, we'll go up here. Go up. Go up. All right. Something's going to shoot at me, isn't it? No, we're good. All right, next level. All right, here we go. Oh, got to hit those iframes, baby. Oh, no, I went there, yo. And I'm back at the beginning. Oh my, yo, I'm done. Yo, I'm never playing this game again, bro. All right, we finally made it to the boss, dude. Jeez, this guy is killing me, man. Oh my god, I'm about to die. Boom. It's all good. We're gonna spam those iframes. Boom. I'm touching lava, man. I wish you asked me to touch lava, bro. Water? Come on, man. Water. All right. Oh, okay. I was kind of hating Marble Zone right there. I'm not gonna lie. I said I usually don't hate it, but for some reason I wasn't playing too good right there. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. See, this is how you cook, chat. This is how you cook, everybody. Oh, no! That's not how you cook! I better not hear a single soul in this comment section saying I'm bad, all right? Yo, I better not hear... Oh, my God, bro. All right, to the boss we go. That's 1. That's 2. 3. 4. Come on. 5. 6, 7, 8, and that's a wrap. I think we're done. I think we're done with this game. Yo, I will never play this game again. That's how you know I'm a good friend, by playing this game, like, willingly. Labyrinth Zone! I've never been so happy to make it to Labyrinth Zone. We've touched water in 21 minutes and 43 seconds. Like I said, chat, I'm a good friend. Let's move on to the next game.
Next is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So thanks to Sonic Hub being a very good friend, I did not have to play that monstrosity of a game that is Sonic 1, but luckily we get to play Sonic 2, the best classic Sonic game of all time. Well, one of them. Now, touching water in this game is very easy because all we have to do in this level is literally go right here. I don't care what you say, I'm literally touching water right here.
Alright, here we go, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Some may call this the greatest 2D platformer of all time. Me, I say it's pretty good, but not the best, not my favorite. Oh, there's Knuckles. Am I touching water right here? Nah, I think that's not water. We gotta go up in that water that we can like drown in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got a drop dash up here. All right, let's keep jumping. Love the drop dash in this game, by the way. Super good addition. Go down. Oh, okay. Oh my, dude, I'm playing like actual dog shit right now, bro. All right, here we go. Let's go down. Oh my god, I got caught by this. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Where's the water? Oh, there it is, right here. Boom. 41 seconds. Let's move on to the next game.
Next is Sonic CD. Now, luckily for me in Sonic CD, we don't have to play this game that long. The only thing we have to do is get past the level and get 50 rings. And the reason we have to get 50 rings is because we have to go into the special stage, and in the special stage, there's water. Next is Sonic 3D Blast. Now, luckily for me, this is another very short game because of this conveniently placed puddle.
All right, here we go. Sonic Adventure 1. We're going to touch some water. We're going to touch it. All right, we have Chaos Zero. Is he water? I think he's water, right? Boom, we touch water in 14 seconds. I mean, that has to count, right? There's no way that doesn't count. Let's move on to the next game.
Next, Sonic Adventure 2. Now, to touch water in Sonic Adventure 2, first, ignore the fact that I'm at basically 2x speed. It happens every time I open a game at full screen, borderless, whatever. Just enjoy the destruction of San Francisco at 2x speed. Anyway, we can't touch water in the first level, which is City Escape, so we move on to the next level. Same thing applies for Knuckles' level because, well, it's a desert, come on now. But once we get to the boss fight with Eggman and Tails, all we gotta do is ignore Eggman and jump inside the water.
Alright, now we're actually playing Peak. We're playing Sonic R. If you don't like this game, there's something wrong with you. Alright, timer's on. Here we go. Luckily, there's water. I'm getting rained on right now, technically, but there's water right here, and boom! We have touched water in 8 seconds. 8.87 seconds. Alright, well, that's it, guys. Everyone tell Glowkaze to never make me play Sonic 1 ever again. That's gonna do it for me.
Next is Sonic Advance. Now in Sonic Advance, we're in Neo Green Hill Zone or whatever this is called, and luckily for us, we're on a beach, which means that we can touch water in the very first level. Now to touch water, all we gotta do is come up here and go to this little waterfall and touch some water. Next is Sonic Advance 2. Now for Sonic Advance 2, this is also an easy one because there is water in the first level, and I read this somewhere, but I read that this is the only level that actually has water in this entire game. I don't know if that's true or not. Let me know in the comments down below if that's actually true, but that's what I heard. Anyway, all we gotta do to touch water in this game is take the bottom route right here and touch the water right here. Next is Sonic Advance 3. Now the reason it's going to be a little difficult for Sonic Advance 3 is because in the first zone, there is no water. And the other reason why it's going to be very difficult is because, well, I hate this boss fight, and honestly, I just don't like playing this game in general. Now luckily for me, I don't have to play this game for too long because I can just go to the second zone and fall through this waterfall right here. Next is Sonic Heroes. Another extremely easy game because all we do is, once we have control of our character, is jump off along with our friends. Next is Shadow the Hedgehog. Now for Shadow the Hedgehog, this one might be a bit controversial, but anyway, we can't touch any water in Westopolis. I tried looking for fire hydrants, but honestly, I think I didn't look hard enough because I didn't find any. Like, what kind of city doesn't have fire hydrants? Anyway, next level also doesn't have any water because, well, it is a desert kind of zone. Whatever. Next. Now, once we get to Prison Island, this is where it gets controversial. And the reason why it gets controversial is because once we get up here, as you guys can see, Charmy says a line saying, "The yellow water is poison." So, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna count that as touching water. Next is Sonic 06. Now, in Sonic 06, once we get to Wave Ocean, yeah. Next is Sonic Riders. Now, I clicked the wrong game file and I don't feel like reloading the game, so we're gonna be playing on split screen for a little bit right here. But the first level does not have any water. But once we get to the second level, Splash Canyon, we touch water right here. Next is Sonic and the Secret Rings. As always in Sonic Secret Rings, we skip the tutorial and go straight into the first level. Now, this game, honestly, this game used to scare me. The first time I did this video, it really scared me because I thought we weren't gonna touch any water. But fortunately for us, we can later on in this level. All we gotta do to touch water in this game is jump over the dash panel and jump straight into the water. Next is Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. Now this one's gonna be a game that we have to play a lot of stages for. Well, it's not really that long, it's just gonna take me a while because I'm really bad at the Sonic Riders games. I hate to admit it, but I am very bad at these games. Like, look at this! It's been 10 minutes and I'm still on the same Anywho, the next level also doesn't have water. And after 20-something minutes of losing my sanity, we finally touch water. Next is Sonic Rush. Now with Sonic Rush, there is no water in the first zone, but once we get to Water Palace, we touch water right here. Next is Sonic Rush Adventure. As always, for whatever reason, this game decides to start us over here instead of the actual beginning. I don't know why it does that, we're just gonna ignore it. So, I mean, all we gotta do is talk to Tails over here and wait for him to like build a boat or whatever the hell we do. I don't even know what the hell it's called, water bike, whatever. Anywho, after that cutscene is done, we pretty much have already touched water, so I mean, next game. Next is Sonic Chronicles. Now, Sonic Chronicles is scary because, unfortunately, you can't jump off because, well, you kind of click to move, and it's kind of annoying because there's water everywhere. But we can't touch it! Fortunately for me, I found this conveniently placed waterfall in which I'm counting because I don't want to play this game anymore. Next is Sonic Colors. Now for Sonic Colors, in this game, luckily for us, I like this game, I'll be honest, I actually really do like this DS game, but we have to touch water in the first level, and all we gotta do to touch that water is by coming down here and touching the water. Next is Sonic Unleashed. Now Sonic Unleashed is a very interesting game, and that's because, well, technically if you die right here, instead of doing this jump, if you die, you technically touch water, but I don't want to count that as touching water. I did this in the last video as well. I'm not counting that as water because it's like, technically I die before touching the water, so it doesn't feel like I touched the water. So we're just going to move on to the next level. Now in Windmill Isle Act 2, this is absolutely like, this is my favorite Sonic level of all time. Every time I play this level, I have the time of my life. Now, in the Hedgehog level, you can die to water. The difference is, the water is literally right there. Next is Sonic and the Black Knight, and the thing about this game is, well, for the next two games, for Sonic and the Black Knight and Sonic Colors, I'm just gonna be reusing footage from the last video that I did, and that's because I've had technical difficulties loading these games up. So whatever games that I cannot do for this video, cannot record for this video, I'm just gonna be putting in from the old video, okay? Please don't hurt me. Touch water since this game doesn't allow you to go anywhere but the stage. Now after a couple of tutorial levels, we have Camelot Castle, which is an interesting one. And I say interesting because this level is quite literally surrounded by water. Like, are you serious? Next is the Soul Search tutorial stage, which also has water we cannot touch. Now in this level, we meet Lady of the Lake, which is Amy Rose, and after we get on this little carousel, whatever it's called, I don't even know, I do not care. We touch some water because it starts raining. Sonic Colors is a game that I have no idea how long this is gonna last. So in Tropical Resort Act 1, we should expect to touch some water, right? No. Shouldn't have to worry too much though, right? Because there's some in Act 2, right? No. Act 3? None. It's like they don't want you to touch the water. There's water everywhere in Tropical Resort. They just can't touch it. Technically, we're stepping on water right now, but we're not gonna do that. You know, I thought Sonic and the Black Knight was gonna be the issue, but I think we found the real issue here. Sonic Colors. Ignore the timer saying 12 minutes because it's been 42 minutes since I started Sonic Colors. To be fair, we are in space right now, so water is really abundant in space, I would presume. And finally, after completing the first 3 worlds in Sonic Colors, we get to Aquarium Park, which, ignore the time, does that, I'm counting that. I don't know how this is possible, but as soon as I opened this game, my controller just gave me a splinter. I swear to God, I hate Sonic Boom every single Anywho, thankfully, we don't actually get to stay in this game for that long because of this glorifying waterfall right here. Next is Sonic Rivals. Now this one's gonna be an interesting one because I do see water in the background, but I'm not sure. Well, actually, I don't know because technically the water is like touching us, kind of like how rain touches us in like certain Sonic, like in Sonic and the Black Knight. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But instead of it being rain, it's a waterfall. Oh, I was about to say, if we melt, if we're like ice and we melt, I'm counting that because, as you guys know, ice is technically water. But I'm not gonna count the actual ice. I'm only counting if the ice literally melts. But there's also this interesting section right here in which we're technically over a waterfall. As you like you see the water like kind of like dripping all over us. Like, I'm counting that. Next is Sonic Rivals 2. Now, Sonic Rivals 2 is a much easier game, and the reason why is because I don't have to do anything complex like counting the mist of a waterfall. Instead, we get to touch water with this squirting fountain. Next is Sonic 4 Episode 1. Now, for a zone called Splash Hill Zone, there is very minimal water, at least in this first act, because, well, there is water, but it's just in the background, so we're just not gonna count that. Once we get done with the first act, we can go straight into Lost Labyrinth Zone, which is very fortunate for us because we do not have to play this game longer than this. Because once we're in this level, all we gotta do is run a couple feet and touch water. Next is Sonic 4 Episode 2. Now, unlike the monstrosity of a game that is Sonic 4 Episode 1, Sonic 4 Episode 2 has water in the first level. And once we touch said water, we move on to the next game. Next is Sonic Generations on the 3DS. Now in this game, the first zone, Green Hill Zone, has no water. Neither does the god-awful Casino Night. Once we get to Mushroom Hill Zone, honestly I expected more from this zone. I expected water. But unfortunately, we have to keep going. Now the next zone is Emerald Coast, which means that we are going to touch water in the zone. And all we gotta do to touch water in this level is by not doing what I just did and just unaliving myself. Next is Sonic Lost World. Now in Sonic Lost World 3DS, well, there is no water in the first level. Ignore the fact that the timer says 34 minutes. This is the first level, technically Act 1, and we got water right there. Next is Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal. Now fortunately for us, we spawn on Seaside Beach, which as you guys know, beaches tend to have water sometimes. So what we're gonna... Okay. How did I die? Anywho, after we spawn back, we have this conveniently placed waterfall. Next is Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. Now this game is very interesting because it follows the same exact thing I was trying to do in Sonic Rivals. Except in this game it's the opposite, they just have random water blobs like this one right here, which we can touch when we're not ice. Next is Sonic Generations. Now in Generations, there is no water to touch in the first level. But once we're in Act 2 of Green Hill Zone, once we get to this portion over here, we just go over here and touch this waterfall. Next is Sonic Lost World. Now in Sonic Lost World, in the very first level, there's this little bridge in which we just go to the side and touch water right here. Next is Sonic Mania. Now in Sonic Mania Act 1, there is no water to touch. Once we get to Act 2 though, there is a lot of water to touch, like this little waterfall right here, like over here, like, let's be for real, this counts. I'm touching water right here. And if that doesn't count for y'all, this right here certainly will. Next is Sonic Forces. Now for Sonic Forces, there is no water to touch in the first level, or the second level. Once we get to the third act with Classic Sonic, all we gotta do is take the sewer system and touch water right here. Next is Sonic Frontiers. Now for Sonic Frontiers, all we gotta do is get past the first cyberspace level, and once we get out of the cyberspace level and Sonic wakes up, we touch water right here. And last but not least, Sonic Superstars. Now in Sonic Superstars, to touch water, all we gotta do in Bridge Island Zone is move a couple feet, and once we get to this waterfall right here, we touch water. And with that, here is how fast you can touch water in every Sonic game. And this video took a lot of effort for me and Sonic Hub, him playing Sonic 1 and me playing pretty much every other Sonic game. Please leave a like on this video and go subscribe to both me and Sonic Hub. But with that being said, let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. And as always, thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time.